Welcome to this spirit animal pick a card reading. I'm so excited. This is the first pick a card reading that I've done for this channel, and I started it already on my shorts. So those of you that followed me here from the short, thank you. And we'll get right into this in just a second. We're gonna go over the beginning. Once again, we have the volcanic agate dragon, this large, there's 3 figures on the table. Based on the figure that you choose, there is a reading attached to that reading. And before I show anything else, I'd like you to take a second, center yourself, and figure out, based on the 3 figures that I show, which one resonates to you the most. 55 on the timer this time. So this is the volcanic agate, like I was just saying, dragon head. This is what the first figure, reading number 1. Then we have this obsidian pyite T-Rex, which is reading number 2. We have this also volcanic agate dragon. This is a smaller dragon sculpture, and this is the reading number 3. So based on those 3 figures, which of those figures do you feel drawn to the most? 144 on the timer. So far, so good. We're falling in alignment with this reading, I feel. So for those that picked this, the volcanic agate, this reading is for you. And feel free to timestamp this in the comments for me, so those that come to this can get to their reading. I'm going to move some things and just jump into reading number 1, and I will bring everything together. And we have, for the reading, for the beginning already, for the volcanic agate, the large dragon head figure, you're starting out with love, dear. Be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. There is this gathering, being prepared energy. Also, there is this expansion within your energy of love. I feel this, whoever this is resonating for, you leave energy behind. Like when you enter a room, you shift the energy of the room, and you even, that area stays changed even when you leave. Your energy stays with an area and keeps it in this more high vibrational space, just with you being there. You're such a loving person, and that love just that energy is left. I don't know how to explain it. You alchemize things to be higher vibrational just through your being there. I'm gonna pull in some more cards in just 1 second. So we have some tarot here now for those that are resonating to the dragon, the volcanic large dragon sculpture, dragon agate, or volcanic agate. So I feel like very, very grounded, very centered into yourself, very connected. A greater path has been unfolding for you. You're starting out with the Father of Wands and the Father of Cups. Very strong masculine energy. And that doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. This is the energy you're exuding. You're very confident. You're You're very emotionally grounded. You're in your leadership role in life. You're embodying that mental space surrounding that leadership within you. So I just have some notes. So we had deer already. And deer is this energy of gentleness and grace. And you have a new path opening for you, is what I feel is happening. And you're this type of person that loves to just taste and experience life. Your senses are heightened. You're highly vigilant. Things don't get past you so easily. The volcanic agate was also something I wanted to mention, where this is this energy of grounded transformation. You've been anchoring yourself to the earth. And this is a part of your path. Releasing old patterns. You have a deepened connection to the higher self, the higher realms of consciousness. You have enhanced perception in this time, and a strong sense of stability. For the King of Cups, you see this black swan, which is possibly parts of yourself that were unknown to you, or maybe in your shadow side of yourself, hidden potential being revealed to you. Then we have this emotional stability, a place of compassion and love, emotional intelligence, maintaining healthy boundaries. You're in a position to support and provide guidance to others. People are looking to you for guidance and for guidance on creative projects, possibly. The King of Wands, which is this, and then you have this Cobra energy, which Cobra is a symbolism of transformation, protection, spiritual power, and this is also Shiva energy. We have this power, authority, healthy masculine energy, healthy confidence in how you reflect to the outside world. You have confidence in your present moment, loyalty. Your ambition is pure, and your action is in this divine time. You're always in the right place at the right time. You have strong intuition right now. You're feeling more confident in your talents and crafts. I also thought of the lizard and the lion, because in their original Tarot Waite Rider deck, there is a lizard and there is a symbolism of lion. So for a lion, you have strength, courage, leadership, divine power, fearlessness, natural leader, higher forces looking to you, looking over you, higher forces looking over you. And then we have this Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. And this is also this time of shedding your skin, a rebirth, transformation, embracing the unknown, trusting your intuition during a period of major changes, discovering of hidden talents. This Six of Pentacles is this energy of generosity, sharing resources, giving and receiving opens the flow of prosperity. This is also an inheritance or an unexpected gift, generous energy return. So generous energy that you've put out into the universe is now coming back to you. have the 10 of Cups. This is your destiny. Your destiny is this happiness, fulfillment, culmination to emotional fulfillment, the gateway to the next adventure, reaching an apex to emotional fulfillment. I think of, reaching that apex of emotional fulfillment, the apex, an apex creature, higher dimensional apex emotional fulfillment. So think about how unlimited that is part of your destiny, is to be unlimited. Achievement of a level of love and success, satisfaction and gratitude that just goes above and beyond. I think of open your mind. Your mind is expanding and opening. Then we have this 10 of Wands, which this is in your distant past. So in this distant past, you were experiencing maybe a period in your life where you were saying yes to too many things, maybe taking on more than you could handle, really, and you were just doing your best to manage it all. But it may have ended up in this more chaotic space. Yeah, overwhelmed, burdens, took on more responsibilities, saying yes. An incredible amount of responsibility is something that you were dealing with, an incredible amount of responsibility. And in your more recent past, you took some space for yourself to rest and recharge, to introspect, a recovery period, allowing yourself space to rest your mind, to receive new ideas or solutions to challenges, incorporating more stability and self-reflection, leading to grounded happiness and innocence, purity, gentleness, surrendering to a higher power. And then for your future influences, we have the Hierophant. Teacher, tradition, interpretation of sacred mysteries, a teacher entering your life, or this is you becoming the teacher from all of the experience and insight you've accumulated on your journey thus far. Being in a position to share your wisdom with others of the things that you've experienced, guiding others, unlocking new potential within yourself through guiding others, through being that teacher, through being that present moment of wisdom. It also releases and unlocks wisdom within yourself, so revealing even more potential of mastery moving into the future. Then a perspective. Is the Son of Pentacles, long-term success, abundance, steady progress, understanding, putting in solid effort. I apologize, daily will yield most lasting results. Taking daily action in small and significant ways, routine building into a successful practice, strength, leadership, and and growth, guidance towards the greater self-awareness. And then we have the Moon. And this is in your environment. And in your environment, so you have illusions, things being revealed to you right now within your environment, internally and externally. And that can take that, how that resonates. And then you have this 9 of Cups. So within your environment, internally and externally, you also have a wish fulfillment and a Three of Pentacles, which is this collaboration with the universe. So you have a wish fulfillment through collaboration that you had already cultivated, collaborating with your internal self, really, through your growth and expansion. Let me just see. Awareness for evolution, dreams, illuminating what was hidden, abundance, happiness, and joy. So whatever changes that you were hoping for as far as your environment, whether it was internal or external, I feel like the universe is working with you to bring in exactly what you would prefer. For your emotions, we have the Daughter of Cups. Satisfaction, abundance, happiness, and joy. Love messages. Playfulness, emotional intelligence, expressing yourself. Playfully, feeling connected to your inner child, feeling free to express yourself. And then we have the Empress, which 1303 on the clock, that's 7, spiritual, that's such a spiritual number, 7, Empress. I'm gonna pause this for one moment. Okay, so we have this Empress now, and I think about how this reminds me of the Tree of Life. And this is the final results, which we have this volcanic agate, grounded energy, transformative energy. And the final results is this Empress, starting out with a strong masculine, ending with a strong feminine energy, equilibrium, balance within your being. So those of you that have resonated to this message, you're heading towards whole and complete balance within. And that was your message, those of you that resonated to the volcanic agate. And we'll pull one of the cards of the 42 ideals of Maat in daily life. Just to go over any of this. So long-term success, abundance, steady progress, understanding that you're putting in solid effort, and you're gaining momentum that is long-term. Just want to go over this again. So we had this King of Wands, King of Cups, emotionally confident, business confident, passion towards your goals. Your present moment of you is this transformative confidence. It's not just, and it's a you that's emerging, but it is being given the environment it would need to be its whole self, but also revealing parts of yourself that were hidden, revealing how high vibrational you are and the gifts that are you're meant to share with the world. So, and an interesting thing about today is that they're releasing the new season of Wednesday today. So, just a reminder, I affirm that all life is sacred. I affirm that all life is sacred. And then look at the top of this card, and we have the dragonfly, which is this another animal in the world that represents transformation or metamorphosis. A complete metamorphosis of oneself to that greater potential of oneself. And I'm hearing thunder and lightning right now. I've actually been hearing thunder and lightning and storming through this entire message. I'm going to read a passage from this book, which will help you, the listener, to better perceive the message of this card, to better perceive what this means. I affirm that all life is sacred. So, one moment. So 5. In ancient days, Egypt was called Chem, which translates to Black Earth, and refers to the fertile soil of the Nile River Valley. It is believed that both chemistry, the study of the substances that form matter, and alchemy, the art of understanding the relationship between consciousness and matter, both find their roots in Chem's cradle of civilization. An alchemical understanding of the world lends itself to a vision of sacredness within all of life, with the idea that life itself is a byproduct of mind, with the understanding of mind being the soul of all that exists. Similarly synchronous, the ancient Egyptian ethos places the pinnacle of the personality as a force of nature's soul. From the one mind, alchemically symbolized as a circle, emerges the square of the 4 elements of earth, air, fire, and water. Surrounding the square, we then find the triangle of the 3 alchemical principles that govern the all of it all. Sulfur, which is the soul, consciousness, awareness. Mercury, which is spirit, mind, and salt, which is the body's structured thought. The synthesis of symbols is what is referred to as the Philosopher's Stone, the elixir of life that unlocks immortality, the greatest gold, the magnus opus. The magnus opus is the great work of an artist, and when analyzing life with an idealized perspective, we can find the art within the natural world to be nothing short of sacred. Human beings have the potential to be the greatest pattern of recognition machines, neural networks activated through experience, memory imprinted consciousness with coded language. Nature can be a great activator of enhanced perception and the embodiment of the force within the source of it all. The lattice of life, the effort of soul, the actuating cause. Once the pattern is understood and we find fluency in the language of consciousness and alchemical code, we can find the magnum opus materialized. Nature's potions and poisons are equally potent, but with the wisdom of an alchemist, Even the most poisonous forms of life can be beneficial when the elements are properly manipulated into a medicine. The same is true when it comes to philosophy. The art of transforming words into golden wisdom. If the light is within you, the light of the world will come alive and reveal itself. If the spirit is refined, the soul will enter. If you embody the ideal of sacred life, the foundation of your reality becomes hallowed ground. Celestial consciousness can be seen and received infinitely as you appreciate and affirm the art of your unique expression within what is infinitely expressed from age to age eternally. So, for those of you that picked the pyrite, this is your message. I know it's been, that last message was a little bit long. So, this is the Wolf Pathfinder, okay? Pyrite, Obsidian, Apex Consciousness. So, protective energy, abundance. Your willpower is strong. You're grounded. You progressively, put that self-respect into yourself. You're got a good balance within your yin and yang energy, harmony. You have leadership energy, a teacher energy. You're a pathfinder, a way shower. Protection in your family is strong. Loyalty, enduring cooperation, society strength. So you have strong connections maybe in the society. Wild spirit also. So you could also be very just in tune with nature, very in tune with, very intuitive. Your determination towards anything is strong. You have strong guidance towards greater potential, leadership, a strong leadership energy. Your starting position for this reading is this 9 of Cups and this 5 of Cups. And within these two cards, what I see is some loss, or maybe a perceived loss, but then there was this wish fulfillment, or that what you thought wasn't going to work out did work out, or actually did work out in exactly the way you were hoping it would. Maybe there was just maybe this like Debbie Downer energy about something because you thought it wasn't going to work out. So maybe it was just self-deceptive energy, or this could have been also, and I'm also feeling this, where there was some form of an actual loss, which was maybe adding to thinking something wasn't going to work out, and it worked exactly how you would want it, how you would have wanted it to. Then we have the Star card, which is a destiny, with your destiny in your situation right now, which is this hope, healing energy, moving into your greater destiny. You embody that balance within, anything that you're facing, and also being able to put the energy within to yourself and progressively heal through any situation. You are very capable, very adaptable within how you move, and that's your destiny. Your goal is to always be able to progress yourself in the present moment, to be that whole, healed within. So that's what you reflect to the external. And then have the Justice card with the Four of Swords. So what I was seeing within these two cards combined is a time where you may have been pushed to retreat after a lot of justice was served on your behalf. That brought more balance into your life and giving you that power to communicate and speak up for yourself more in that balanced space. However, it wasn't without a cost of it wasn't a cost in a whole way, because you come out stronger no matter what. When you go within, you come back stronger. And in the distant past, you experienced something where justice was required, and it sent you into more of internal rest and recharge energy. And then we have the Moon with the Queen of Wands, which for the recent past, illusions, putting work into yourself, creative ambition, feeling powerful, focused on building your intuitive powers, your intuition. This is an energy of putting that love into yourself and building your psychic abilities. Expanding. Page of Pentacles, solid new beginnings. 9 of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles. Success, enjoyment, putting energy into yourself, love and self-improvement, generosity, dependability, mothering your inner child, knowing you have unlimited resources. Perspective is that you have an offer, a solid offer coming in for you. You may be holding back information about yourself, which isn't going to serve you in this time with this new energy coming in. Feel free to express yourself honestly, because it is only going to get in the way of greater potential. You may have some stress and feeling stuck. However, moving forward into the future, you stand ready to defend yourself exactly the way that you would and be successful in that space of defending yourself and having long-term success within that space. I'd like to pull a card from the 42 Ideals on Maat in Daily Life for this group. I honor animals with reverence. I honor animals with reverence. 13. It's a very strong feminine number. 4 also, 1, 3. 1 plus 3 is 4, so solid new foundations being laid. In ancient Egyptian, cats were held in high esteem and treated with great care. Royalty would dress their feline companions, the companions in golden adornments, and happily allowed them to eat off their plates. These sacred creatures helped protect the community and food supply by fighting off mice and cobras, and punishment for harming a feline was incredibly severe. Bastet, an Egyptian goddess often represented as half feline, half woman, was worshipped as the safeguard of the pharaoh, the keeper of women's secrets, the goddess of home and childbirth, and the protectress of felines and their caretakers. The concept of the sacred nature of the animal, not just felines, has rippled through many cultures beyond Egypt, including in the totemic animals of Native American traditions. Spirit animals within the shamanic philosophy, as well as spirit familiars in magical practice. In embodying the ideal of treating all animals with reverence, we find a vision of every life as something to be cherished and a magic behind every life force, no matter how big or small. Through observation of and respect for the unique characteristics of each individual animal spirit, we can allow the opportunity to relate to and apply the archetypal energy each embodies to the fractal design of our soul's personality. In removing the ethereal mask of the human ego, we are left with the pineal wisdom within an anima mundi, or world soul, the intrinsic invisible spirit that permeates all life. And that was your message for those that resonated to the pyrite obsidian. I feel you're moving towards long-term success, putting in progressive energy towards it every day. Don't get down on anything that may seem like it's not going to work out. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in the universe. Put self-respect into yourself so you can further that strength with your connection. And thank you. So for those of you that chose the smaller dragon for the volcanic agate, we have orca whale, adventure, dare to do things differently, sing your wild song, manifest your travel dreams, attempt the great journey with confidence, be loyal, friends and family are your treasures, be brave, you are more powerful than you know. And you're starting this a new beginning, grounded, connecting to the earth is what I feel, is what this message is about. There is this pink, I don't know, in the water, and what it was reflecting back to me was there's like this sacred secretion energy. The spinal column releases, and it will bring this. I can't remember what they're called, but they bring this energy to the consciousness, to the brain, and expand the consciousness through this release of this sacred fluid. And I feel like you've recently had possibly a Kundalini awakening. Those of you that resonated to this message, I feel like those of you that are resonated to this one, you've been recently experiencing a Kundalini awakening. And we're starting out with this Empress. This is the Empress in Tarot, and it's that connection to earth. It's that connection to the life of all that we are living on, the home that we are living on. We are living on this Mother Earth, connected in our every part of our being, connected to the animal world, the animal brain. And then we have the different parts of our brain that are of those different dimensions of consciousness. And you've recently risen in your consciousness, recently risen this sacred energy that is actually helping to expand your consciousness. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Pentacles, which is, me for a second. Balance, stability, struggling to find balance within yourself after an awakening. And I see this butterfly, and I think about how the butterfly is this representation for transformation. And then we have it with this Wheel of Fortune, and you see this owl, this representation of wisdom, all these intricate little symbols adding to this message, the greater wisdom in the surrounding of all of life, the intricate moments, inspired moments of creative action that lead to greater potential in others through reflection and resonance. So Kundalini awakening, and also things changing, what is crossing you is you're balancing this change within you. You're doing your best to balance the calibration process. You're doing your best to, because things are, you're in this very strong evolutionary change, frame by frame. You're changing more into this vibrant butterfly, this authentic, vibrant, transformed, more of the ideal of self, and not in, it's you being that version of you that you'd admire, being that version of you that is awakened to your emotional spectrum and the emotional spectrum of others, and being capable of meeting others in the entire middle, while also embodying that version of you that is free of fears, free of any lack mentalities, free to be that version of self that maybe, at one, that maybe life had incrementally sort of robbed you from, just because it was slowly taken out of perception. Something coming into your perception that maybe you didn't give it its full love, because maybe life itself had almost taken this from you. But through this transformative time, you're bringing back versions of yourself. You're bringing back your energy of self. And then for your destiny is to you have this spark, this return to source consciousness. Harmony and divine timing, transformation energy, moments where for your destiny, you're meant to reconnect with yourself. This was your destiny, was to return to love, return to the consciousness expansion. In your recent past, you may have suffered a loss where things did not go according to a plan. There would also be this energy of grieving. Things that were once one way, and this could be like a dark night of the soul, where things change, things where it pushed you into an isolation space. Whatever happened, that really kind of was this really dark, heavier energy, full of grief and sadness and isolation. that pushed you to go within more, which may have triggered this awakening. There was something where even a part of yourself may have been pushed to a point of almost loss, and it brought you came back even more powerful. In the recent past, you have the Son of Pentacles, long-term success, long-term connections with you realize that perception of connection to the all, and it's been slowly building within you, slowly building that knowing of self. You're in this you recently, in the more recent past, gained this progress through daily action, leading to greater success of knowing yourself, gaining that strength within your consciousness and in your leadership, which is bringing you into this Eight of Pentacles, hard work, productivity, studying and honing skills that lead to greater potential in financial growth. You see how this spider, and it was funny, just before this message had started, there was a little jumping spider on my shoulder. So we have this energy where this web has captured what was required to keep this creature alive. So weaving your web to bring in the financial wins that you would that keep you going. For a perspective, you have this Hermit. So you've been going within, you've been kind of pushed in this place where you're not taking any more BS. You're being yourself, but you're also protecting your energy. No one's going to siphon your energy. You're going within to be brighter than before. I feel like your focus is on the home of self, and the home of self expanding outwards from that. So we have the house of the physical body, then we have the house that protects the physical body, and I feel like that's something that is a focus that you're really working within, perhaps to gain clarity on maybe a new place to live. And for your environment, you have the Ten of Pentacles, which is buying a house or buying a home, or your environment receiving an upgrade, which if your environment of self is receiving an upgrade, your environment around you is receiving a financial upgrade. You are leveling up. Wealth, inheriting a property, buying a house, somehow receiving what you need for that. And then for your feelings, how you're feeling, your intuition is strong. You know that you're connected to the greater potential within you. You know that you can tap into that and gain clarity and insight and wisdom through that connection. And so you're feeling very, very protected and loved by the universe and by the self, and loved by yourself and the self out that you're bringing in. But this is like, you feel confident about your connection. That's what this is. And you're just in this very humble, loving space in your natural state. You think about how this tiger is so regal and knows itself. It's not going to take anybody's bull. Somebody who comes to meet this animal in the middle at first being introduced, they're going to be so respectful of its boundary system because it is tuned into its natural self. And so people know how to meet this creature with respect, right? So you give this energy of those that come to you know through that energy sensory to treat you with respect, because you exude that energy of spiritual respect. Final results: the sun, gaining clarity, optimism, healthier both within and on the outside, everything going in your favor, moving forward into the future. Pursuing healing adds to the light you shine. So you could be pursuing healing modalities that raise your vibration and bring you into a more whole and complete, vibrant version of self, gaining further clarity. This could also, I think about how this started out with the Kundalini awakening, so this could be you becoming fully enlightened within this lifetime through progressive work on self. So this is that also. And that is not to be taken lightly. Thank you for those that came to this message. We also have one more card. I'm going to pull a card from the 42 Ideals of Maat in Daily Life. I am trustful in my relationships. I am trustful in my relationships. Be careful of, be aware of any emergency that could arise. Maybe one not expected. I just see here sirens, but that doesn't necessarily mean this message. It's just something I thought to mention. I am trustful in my relationships. I am trustful. Loyalty, dog. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So, let me pause for a second. So, I am trustful in my relationships. Our personalities are forged from a dynamic combination of the natural disposition called forth from genetics and the nurturing of our families during the development ages of our youth. Nature and nurture walk hand in hand as we follow the path laid in front of us by experience embedded into epigenetics. Sense memories become manifest from the tendrils of these experiences, which can either taint or tether our lens of perception and projection. Whether we realize it or not, we most often tend to see things as we are, not necessarily as they are. How we relate to the world is rooted in how we relate to our own nature, and what we choose to nurture inside of our heart shimmers in the light we shine on the mask of personality chosen. When we are secure in ourselves, we can find security reflected back in the relationships we cultivate and allow. When we relate to our relationships with an intention of seeking vision within the fractal fragments of the greater whole, we can find and unite to a consciousness that sees and nourishes the interconnected nature of all. Lakota tradition shares this concept with the prayer Mata Koya Oya Sin, which translates to all my relations, or we are all related, and honors the harmony that reverberates through every realm, consciousness, and every walk of life. The Lakota cherish this prayer, their prayer as a tenet of their cultural ethos, and this perspective is not something that is taken lightly. In applying the ideal, finding trust in relationships, we are reminded to trust that we are a microcosm of the macrocosm, a meta of the metaphor, a mirror of the mind. Famed theosophical writer and one of the first to use the term New Age, Alice A. Bailey, also emphasized the notion of right human relations within her occult teachings as a channel for the Tibetan master Dwal Kul. She taught that meditation was the vehicle for students to imagine right human relationships by visualizing love and light pouring into all human hearts and minds. When we feel insecure, we must remember that the tendrils we tend toward may reveal lessons in the tapestry woven. If we see a certain pattern that is a projection of pain, broken promises, or poor treatment, we must pause and meditate on what may be learned and how we may let this go so that a new design can emerge. Transmute tension with the power of breath, the beauty of awareness, and the security of knowing that time becomes malleable when we relate to it in confidence. And that was the message, and I really loved doing this. This was an experiment to expand my my wisdom, knowledge, and knowing, intuition, all of these things that come together when I work with doing a reading. So thank you for all of those who came to this message and took that time to open up to the universe to receive any message. I'm going to end this entire reading with a moon card. We are in a Lionsgate portal, and I feel like the possibilities are endless. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. So anyone out there who needed that reminder, perhaps, I think even me, you and your loved ones are safe and divinely protected. New moon in Cancer. New beginnings. New beginnings of emotional expansion and emotional intelligence. Thank you, and live in peace.